Good evening. This is Professor Cronin, and kind of sad to say this is my last mini update for ITC 1305. I'm preparing the last week. We're now in week 13, and we're doing. And I didn't put anything up for last week. Basically, it was a Thanksgiving holiday weekend, etc. And so we were ahead by 1 week, and so why not? Gave you guys a break. Let you work on your presentations. We did have one presentation that was outstanding by Francisco, and it was a WebEx hosted, and it was very well. And I think if we have one more, great. If you can make it, great. But at any rate, so this is our last week. Been a long journey, but I hope you've learned a great deal. We're doing chapter 11, system management. Okay, and what we do in system management, we learn about performance, how you measure performance on a computer system, patch management, and what a patch is as you might imagine, you have to do maintenance from time to time to software, just as you would do maintenance to your automobile, 10,000 mile checkup, etc. You do the same thing to a piece of software, and what the vendor does usually is issue a series of fixes, whether they have a security exploit or they add some new functionality, etc. But they bundle those fixes together, and those fixes are called a patch. And it's real important if you want to, in this age of hackers, and everybody now is dependent on transactions coming from the internet, you want to have as secure as you can possibly make it. And what that means is you want your system to be up to date as possible with patches, specifically the security patches, to protect yourself against the hacker community. So at any rate, a series of fixes together, a bundle together is called a patch. And how you implement those patches, you want to be consistent. That if a vulnerability comes out, means your systems are vulnerable, and a fix comes out, you want to put that fix on your own systems as soon as reasonably possible. So performance, system performance, and patch management, and then I do a summary of the whole semester. The net is when you're doing system level performance, you do trade-offs, CPU versus disk, etc. But that's what the chapter is about. It's actually an interesting chapter, and it kind of brings it all together full circle. So presentations now. We have 1 week left. This is it. We end on Sunday, December 7th at midnight. So everything has to be in by then, please. And so what I've asked you, if you look on the discussion board, I've asked you to post up your presentations. Even if you're just a static presentation or you've added a screen-o-matic, please post them all up. And then each student or your classmates, I'm asking you to make at least 2 posts to anybody's presentation, whether you want to ask a question or whether you want to add a comment, etc. So 2 posts per presentation. I'm trying to simulate the dialogue back and forth that you would get in an on-ground presentation, but best we can. I did mention we had a WebEx presentation. Francisco did it. It was awesome and very well done. So, and we might have one more, depending if John and Terry want to do one. If that's the case, I'll send out a meeting invite for everybody to join it. I think you'll like it, and it adds to the knowledge base, certainly. So this week, post your presentation. Post at least 2 comments or questions to everybody's presentation. The Chapter 11 is on system management, and the final exam. So the final exam is out there now. It's due Sunday, 12/7 at midnight. 50 questions, just like the other exams you've seen. So please take your time. You take it in one shot, 90 minutes, and please take your time and finish that up. So everything is due this Sunday, 12/7 at midnight. And then I spend the whole day Monday grading, and your grade should be in by end of day Monday, at least from my perspective. When the school releases them to you, that may be a little bit later. And that's my update. Lastly, I'll say it's been my pleasure to be your instructor. I enjoy this class very much. It's a good class, both operating systems, and I teach networking, and I enjoy teaching them. And so I hope you enjoyed this class, and good luck in your academic career. And lastly, I introduced you to these James Messer videos or whatever, whether it's on computer hardware or software or networking or operating systems. They're all real good, so please use that as a resource going forward. So thank you very much, and this is Professor Cronin signing off. Have a good evening. Bye.